Companies that have been basing their politics on making money are getting huge hits nowadays. What's so important then? What is the main thing that you need to take in consideration when being an entrepreneur? Second thing is you need to add value. Hi, welcome to a new live stream of mine. Today I would like to talk to you about entrepreneurship. Today I've been talking with multiple entrepreneurs and I also have been working with some of the entrepreneurs that are in the training program with me, which you can find. I will put it in the comments. I will put a link. And a few things keep popping up. So entrepreneurship is not about, hey, let's start making money and just start doing something for the money. It may work for a while, and it sure did work in the past, but nowadays it won't work anymore. And the proof of that has been shown to me over and over and over again. So companies that have been basing their politics on making money are getting huge hits nowadays. Entrepreneurs who set up the company just for one reason, being profit, also are not being successful anymore. Their business starts to go like this, their profit starts to go like this. So you may ask, what's so important then? What is the main thing that you need to take in consideration when being an entrepreneur, when starting a business, when doing business, when already having a business, and how to continue to stay successful? Well, it's a few things actually. One is your interaction with your clients. It's crucial. You need to treat them for what they are. They're human beings. They don't want to be numbers. They don't want to be digits. They don't want to be a bank account. They want to be treated like human beings. So, interacting with your clients means building a relationship. When I look back at when I was still working in the corporate world, I was successful when I was building a report. And I had a job where my main responsibility was partner management. And the partner management consisted of building relationships with all the companies that we were doing business with. So there could be clients, there could be suppliers, there could be business partners. Business partners as being they would supply complementary services to ours, or we would supply complementary services to theirs. And so the main thing I did was building good relationships with their partner managers or with their salespeople or with the person that was doing the most business with us or who was our contact person. And one beautiful example is that some colleagues will say, you're always on the phone talking and laughing. When are you working? When are you making money? Well, the fun part is that they were referring to those talks I was having with one specific guy. And this guy was from a magazine, and we were in the renewable energy business. And this magazine was the main magazine on the wind energy fairs, the European ones and the national ones. So it would mean that every person attending the fair would receive a bag with that magazine in it. Every stand would have multiple of these magazines laying there. And this guy started the first time by calling me when we were planning to attend for the first time a fair in Spain. So I had a huge challenge because I had only a few weeks, 3 to be exact, to organize everything. We didn't have anything yet. We only had one brochure and a few business cards because it was a brand new company that we just had set up. And this guy calls me and says, yeah, we are from this big publisher, and we have this brand new magazine for the renewable energy, and we're going to be on every stand, blah, 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 and we're looking for people to advertise. Okay. So I started talking with the guy, and he started telling me what they're doing. I was telling him what I was doing, and we built a relationship. So in the end, he said, you know what? How about you give me one banner, that and that size? I said, okay, what will you do with it? I'll put it on the front page. I was like, okay. So I contacted our graphic designer. She made a banner, and arriving in Spain, in Zaragoza, we were on the fair, and then the magazines were there, and we were front page. And I started to get feedback from people. Like, wow, how did you manage that? And this is the main magazine, and your front page. Wow, you must be a big company. You must have very good connections. You must be loaded money-wise. And we're just a startup. We just had 5, maybe 10 employees in that new company, and we had just started a few months before, and it was all brand new. And so I met with a guy, and we didn't talk business when I met with him. We walked around, we looked at all the different fairs, all the different stands, and we talked with some people. I was like, let me introduce you to some people. They may be interesting for you, and so on. And from that moment on, I was talking with him every 2 weeks for an hour on the phone, laughing, talking about what we had been doing during the weekend, what we planned for holidays. We were laughing, having fun. And then from time to time, we're also talking business for a few minutes. So when my colleagues were making these complaints, like, you're only talking on the phone and laughing. Are you even making money for us? I was making a shitload of money, and I was saving us a lot as well. Because I had this great relationship with this account manager from the publisher, from this magazine that was on every fair, on every stand, in every bag of every attendee, we were front page for the whole year, signed in advance for a fraction of the price that the others used to pay, and in even smaller fractions of what they wanted to pay just to be there. So we had the billion-euro companies who wanted to be there, the Vestas, the Enercon, the whatever the company names were, the big ones. Vestas is, I believe, the biggest manufacturer of windmills. They were not front page. They had huge stands. We had small stands, but they were not front page, and we were everywhere. And so I saved us a lot of money, and we got a reputation. People were taking us very seriously because we were those people who were always front page. So we must do something right. Yes, we were good in building relationships. I was very good at it, especially at maintaining the relationships. So for a few years in a row, we were always front page, and we were paying a few thousand per year, and the big guys were willing to pay up to 1 million or even 2 millions. But we had an agreement. It was signed, it was done, and the guy didn't really care, because they would eventually buy center page and back page and first or second page or whatever, and they would still pay a lot of money. So he was making his money, but we had a relationship. And the same thing applied when I built relationships with suppliers. When for this first fair we needed magazines and flyers and brochures and everything, and we needed it fast because we had only 3 weeks to prepare the whole thing, and we had nothing. So I still had to go to the people to get the pictures, to write the stuff down, and then the graphic designer to do, and then the printing company had to print, and it had to be printed in time because it had to be shipped all the way to Spain. And yeah, they knew it was important, and I was really being very kind to them. but they were not so happy because it was really last minute. But when I came back from Spain and it was a very successful fair, I brought with me bottles of wine for all those people who went the extra mile or even the extra 10 miles to help succeed. And I promised them that for the next fair I would be in time. And so I was. And so I built a good relationship of trust, appreciation, and respect. Because it's disrespectful to always go last minute and expect your supplier to just put everything on hold just for you, or not to go home in time, or not even to spend the weekend at home, because you, who knew that already 6 months before that you had this thing that needed to be ready, and then you remember it only 3 days ahead, and then suddenly everything was super urgent. And that's what you see in the corporate world, and they just expect, hey, but we are big, so you should be happy that I'm coming to you, but I'll still piss on your head and treat you like shit. And I was doing the opposite. So I was getting priority on other companies because I was treating them well. So I was always getting a good price, perfect service, things in time or even early. They would contact me and suggest to me improvements, or were really helping me to reach a bigger success. Oh, and what I was also doing was on our website, on the event page, I would also refer to them and thank them for supporting us. So this led to them always being there when I needed them. In the most crazy situations, they would be there because there was a relationship. It was like this. So we were supporting each other. And of course, I was referring them to others as well, so they would get more clients. But it was about the relationship. And the same thing with clients. When I work with clients, I check them. Also, even if I do a package, let's say you're a consumer, so you're not a business, but you come to me because you have an issue, you have like a problem you want to solve in your private life, or a trauma, a pain you want to resolve. We'll work on that, and you may take a package of, for example, 5 sessions. After that, I will get back to you to check after a month or so, or a few months, to check how are you, how are things working for you. I do that because I do care. That brings me to the second thing. So the first thing was relationships. The second thing is you need to add value. If you're not contributing to a better world, to a more successful client, to a more thriving business, then your business will die. So if I work with a person, I'm really genuinely concerned about the well-being of the person. Is the person doing this in his life? Is he at least learning something? And if it's not going as we predicted, let's see why. And that's not only at the end, but already in the process. Always check, how are things going? What is working for you? What is not? Do you need something to be different? Do you need more support on some end? And when it comes to business clients, it's the same. I check with them. And I've had many partnerships, also as an entrepreneur. And I do keep maintaining the relationships. And for example, today I needed somebody to help with something. And we hadn't spoken for a while because we both have been very busy and things happened in our lives and in our businesses. So, but before that, we had a strong relationship. And so when I called today, I didn't start with, hey, I need you to help me with that simple thing. No, I first started by, it's being way too long. This is unacceptable. And so, yeah, she started laughing. And I laughed too, and I was like, but I mean it. And then we discussed, like, okay, what happened? We didn't talk for a year now. What happened? What did you do? Okay, so we discussed what happened. Oh, this changed. Oh, yeah. Ooh, okay. oh, but that's nice. And yeah, and then like, yeah, and I got a new kitten. And so we started talking about the kitten, and I used to have cats myself. So I was already online Googling something like, yeah, this fountain for cats, this is nice, because she was talking about how the cat likes to go into the sink and start drinking. And I was like, oh, but you have these things, and like, oh, it's really affordable. And then I started looking further, like, oh gosh, now I want one too, because they're so beautiful. They create like this Zen atmosphere. And if you just click, type on Amazon, fountain and cat, those just these two words, and you start scrolling, you will see that you have all these Japanese Zen things with waterfalls and new beautiful balls and lights and bonsai trees. It's really beautiful. So we talked about that, and I gave her some tips, because she used to have a dog, but now she has a cat, and the cat actually basically came to her, was a homeless cat, and was crying for help. And yeah, she's a very kind person, and she used to be an ER doctor, so her instinct kicked in, and okay, we're gonna help this poor little baby. And yeah, so yeah, I like the subject, so I generally, I'm happy for her, and I recommended some things. And later on I was like, okay, and you know why I'm actually calling you? Because yeah, there's the thing that I need. So we talked for 2 minutes about that thing, and you're like, oh yeah, of course I can help you. And then in the end, like, oh, okay, so when are we going to do it? Yeah, Monday morning. Oh great, it's Friday today, so even super fast. And then we will continue to work, talking about other things, and about meeting again and stuff like that. So, and I'm not doing this because I want something from the people. I'm doing this because I love this. I love maintaining relationships. And I know not all of you are good at maintaining relationships, but then you should not be an entrepreneur, or you should team up with somebody who will do that for you. So even in small companies, sometimes there is this person who takes this responsibility. So I talked earlier with another friend of mine, and she's helping two guys who are technical guys, who are specialists, who know the product very well. So if you need some advertisement online that really reaches the right target audience, and you want to save time and money, ask me. I will connect you to them. So there are these two specialists, and there's this lady who is like me, very good in talking with people. So she's the one who makes first contact, and then who does the relationship management. Even after the client is talking directly with the technical guy, the expert, she's still scanning and checking how things are going, and making sure the relationship is in a good shape. So that is also something you can do. And sometimes these relationship managers can be even part-time, can do it for two companies, but it helps to have them basically working only for you, and also doing some other tasks, so they're really involved in the business, they understand the business, so they know what they're talking about. And at the same time, they're very social, so they maintain the business, the relationships, and keep the business rolling. So think about this. Take this in consideration when you set up your business, or when you run your business, or you want to grow your business, or you're having trouble and you want things to do this again. Look at how you're adding value and how you're building relationships with your customers. And there are many things that you should think of that are not only this. This is, for example, a soft skill. There are also hard skills like, okay, I need to have posts regularly online. So make sure they look professional. Make sure they transmit the right message. And the posts may also be videos or live streams, like I'm doing now. So also take time and energy to invest in this. I set up a course which is specifically for this. Because the past few years have been difficult for me, I had to really tap into my resourcefulness. And if you're a fan of Gene Keys, I have Gene Key 48, line 2, on life's work, on top. Resourcefulness. That is my gift. And the course now is about how can you present yourself to the outside world in a professional way, efficiently, so saving time and money, mainly using free tools or the tools that you have available anyway. And a small thing is like, make sure the light is good. And you do not need professional lights. If you don't have the money for that, just use the lights you have. If you have a window and the sun is not hitting directly, face the window. Don't get it from the side, because you will have a lot of light on one side and dark on the other. It will be like black and white. And there are many more things you can do. So these things I'm teaching in this course. So I'm teaching hard skills and soft skills. So the fundamental rules of entrepreneurship and the practical tools for entrepreneurship. That's also how I called the course. I had to choose one of the two, so I chose the latter because that's what most people actually want to hear. But I integrated both. And this course is already running now for a while, and if you feel like this is something that could be interesting, then click the link, have a look, and actually I will put the link up now, so you have no excuse to miss it. So it's going to be in the comments right now. It's there. And yeah, and you see the color, so it's taking a small part of a fraction of the picture of the website, and I will actually show you how it looks when you access the website. If you go directly to the website, then this is how it looks. So give me a second. Where am I? So I will share my screen now, and let's see. This is new for me, so I'm having a look. So yes, and this is how it looks. Yeah. So when you come on my home page, this is what you see, and you see the mouse. So this is the one. This is the first button, and the second button is actually here. Sorry. That is if you want some advice for you personally. If you're stuck somewhere and you're really looking for an answer so that you can start moving again, can take that first step, or at least knowing, okay, what should I do to get out of my situation? So you don't need to book already a whole program with me or a whole package of 5 sessions. No, just one simple session of half an hour where we go through different things and we see what it is that you need. And from there you can decide which steps you want to take. So this is my homepage. This is how it looks. And I put these two things there because they're the most important things that most people are looking for. Either you're an entrepreneur and you just want to boost your business, or you just want to boost your life. So these two things you can click. And of course you can click on business, you can click on personal, you can go and see, so how do I work on the bottom. You can see one of my latest videos about this year, what it is all about, year of closure, and even more. So yeah, have a look at that, and yeah, feel free to put questions in the comments. Feel free to share on your wall, on your page, in your group, or to send directly as a link to a friend of yours who's like, oh, but my friend is an entrepreneur and he really could benefit from this. Then share. That's also how entrepreneurship works. It's supporting each other, helping each other. Like I said, if you need somebody to help you with your advertisements, I can put you in contact with somebody who's good at that. If you're located in Bucharest and you need to have your certificate that you can actually do a job, and you need a doctor for that who's certified to make these tests, I know one. If you need a good real estate agent who is also about quality services and taking good care of his clients, then I can also refer you to a good one who has a big network, who's really professional and really cares about the people. If you need a good notary, I know a very good notary who also cares about the people, because I am like this, so I do attract this kind of people. And people are not like this, generally I keep them away, or they even don't come to me. So by being really you, you will attract people who resonate with you, who really match you, privately but also business-wise. So on this note, I will end this live. It's been 25 minutes already. I didn't expect it to be that long. And yeah, see you in the next live. And feel free to ask me questions if you want me to answer them in a video, or if you would like to have a discussion with me, maybe live on Facebook or on YouTube, let me know. See you the next time. I wish you a wonderful weekend, because it's Friday. Here's already Friday night, 11 o'clock here in Bucharest. In the rest of Europe, it's only 10 o'clock. UK, it's 9 o'clock even, I believe. And I guess in LA, it's morning, afternoon maybe. And in Australia, it's very early in the morning. They just start to get up now. It's like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. So whenever you see this, just put your comments. I will be seeing them. I will be answering them directly, or in the feed itself, or maybe record a video. Have a wonderful weekend.